Good evening and welcome to the Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023 City Commission meeting. We're going to start here in just a second and we're going to do the roll call. Next, please.
Commissioner Adam Marl.
Here.
Commissioner Mike Mitchell.
Here.
Commissioner Frank O'Donnell.
Here.
Commissioner Rocky Smith.
Here.
And Mayor Denise McGriff.
Present. Would everybody please join me and stand in the flag salute, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag. Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God. Thank you, everyone. We don't have any ceremonies or proclamations this evening, and I don't think there's anyone here. Does anyone want to speak before the commission that hasn't signed up yet? You're more than welcome to, if that's what you would like to do. Nobody? We just have lots of visitors tonight then. Okay, gentlemen, we have item 7. We have no presentations, and we have the adoption of the consent agenda. Is there anything on the consent agenda?
I'd like to pull item 7F.
7F?
Yes.
I'm very excited about 7D, so that's exciting, having just participated in one of those events myself. Is there a motion to approve all the other items?
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adopt the consent agenda with the exception of item 7F. Roll call, please, Mr. Wiley.
Commissioner Adam Marl.
Aye.
Commissioner Mike Mitchell.
Aye.
Commissioner Frank O'Donnell.
Aye.
Commissioner Rocky Smith.
Aye.
And Mayor Denise McGriff.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right. Let's go ahead and deal with item 7F since we don't have any public hearings, let's go ahead and take that right now. Mr. Mitchell?
Recording in progress.
Yeah, I just have a couple.
Ooh, okay, weird feedback again.
I don't know if there's anybody here from the construction company. You are? Okay. Would you mind coming up? I just have a question or two.
Second apartment complex that's going up, because the other one.
Yes.
Yes, okay, that's what I was, yeah.
Thanks. For the record, can you just give us your name and city of residence?
Is the thing on? There we go.
My name is Jeff Sellers. I'm representing For Construction for a noise variance request.
Okay, thank you. Just a couple of things. First off, to be clear, I live 3 blocks from here, just for the record. I rarely hear any of the construction from the first project, so I'm not really, that concerned about it, but just a couple of questions. I know you mentioned heat and the size of, or the amount of pour that has to be done as a reason. So I'm kind of wondering about needing those October dates, because it's really not going to be hot then. Is it really a necessity in October?
Yeah, so the heat is just a part of it. The size of the slab, this is about 1,000 yards. So we have to pour, the type of system, we have to pour it all in one go. And when you get these trucks queued up and going, it can drop anywhere down to 50 yards an hour, but we try to stay at 100 or above that. And considering, if you just do the math, it's 10 hours basically to pour it. And there's just no other option considering the system.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
The other question, at one of the pours you're going to access on Walnut Grove Way, is that referring to the new section of Walnut Grove Way, not the existing?
Yeah, that's the new one. There's also Maple Lane Court. Those are both new, and there's an apartment complex there it's not open yet, but.
Okay, so you're talking about that part of it, not in the existing subdivision?
No.
Across the street?
No.
Okay, then the only other, thank you for that. The only thing I would like to do is add language that it can't be, that 4 a.m. is not on Saturday or Sunday. And I don't believe that's in there. Okay. So I'd like to make that request that we add that.
I don't have a problem with that. I think that's reasonable. I think you need to have some, I mean,
Yeah.
we had the same situation, similar, not quite as extreme hours with the county courthouse. But I can tell you that last night, had my window open and I could hear the pounding from the I-205.
Yes.
It wasn't super loud, but it was just, it's consistent.
Okay, so then with the added language that that early opening does not apply to Saturday or Sunday, I'll move approval of item 7F.
I was kind of curious about
I'll second it.
Jim, what are our, do we normally let people go to 10 PM at night on our regular construction hours?
That is our regular construction hours, but you typically don't see anybody work that late.
So I've had roofers, I've heard them in the neighborhood just because the sound carries at that time of night. You hear the nail gun. What are they doing? Hey, it's been moved and seconded. Have the roll call?
Commissioner Adam Marl,
Aye.
Commissioner Mike Mitchell,
Aye.
Commissioner Frank O'Donnell,
Aye.
Commissioner Rocky Smith,
Aye.
and Mayor Denise McGriff.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. We
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
letting me take that time. Thank you.
All right, we are back having a discussion regarding the next item, which is the first reading of ordinance 23-1008, amending Oregon City Municipal Code, section, chapter 258050, and this is about the Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee. So we made sure that everything that was requested at the last time is part of the packet. Further discussion? If any. Do you have anything else they want to add, or was everything there that we had requested previously?
So the second revision that's coming to us, what's the second revision dealing with? Okay, right.
Right.
And that'll be coming to us later.
At the meeting on the 16th? Anything else?
I move to approve the first reading of ordinance 23-1008.
Second. Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Carrie, do you want to read it or should I read it?
Ordinance number 23-1008, an ordinance of the City of Oregon City amending OCMC 2.58.050 to reduce the number of required track meetings.
Commissioner Adam Marl,
Aye.
Commissioner Mike Mitchell,
Aye.
Commissioner Frank O'Donnell,
Aye.
Commissioner Rocky Smith,
Aye.
and Mayor Denise McGriff.
Aye.
Motion passes.
All right. Communications?
Just have one communication from Captain Davis.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. I just want to give you an update on the new code position and where we're at with that. Our fourth position that was approved this last budget is open and closes August 13th. The good news is our third hire, Courtney Ari, just completed her training and she's on her own. So with that, we worked out a schedule and we're going to be starting 7-day-a-week coverage on August 13th. So if the public decides to call and for any code violations, they can call dispatch as they do currently, and they will get routed to them. Hours are going to be 7:30 to 6 p.m. So there'll be a little bit later coverage. We're going to work on two different things, additions. So our after hours voicemail, we're going to update that. So if someone does call the office and they want to report a code during those hours, they can then call dispatch. If someone does report it online, as we get a lot of those complaints, all staff is going to have those routed to them. So if that's immediate that we need to take action on, we could do that if it's during those business hours. So our goal with the 7-day coverage is to be more proactive, to be out there patrolling in and around parks, parking complaints, Also dealing with follow-up. Should there be some cases that are during the week that we can't get a hold of maybe property owners, we could follow up on the weekend. So just want to give you guys an update, and if you got any questions.
I don't have a question, just wanted to follow up with, what is our public information plan to roll this out so that at least some of the people who look at our website and other places are going to know about this?
Yeah, we're going to update the website. We're also going to update on social media, push some of this out there with. I'm going to work with Jacob on the city side, and then, I'm sorry.
Jared. Yeah, I was gonna say,
thank you.
Jacob has another job now.
Sure. And then our PIO group will put it out on our social media too.
And our communications with our partners at CCOM.
Yeah, we'll let them know that there's no different business for them because our code enforcement log in under a call number. And so if they're on, they know, and the code plate comes in, that it goes to them.
So I would say one thing that I would say that, 7:30 to 6 p.m., obviously that doesn't include a lunch break and
That does include a lunch break.
bathroom breaks or whatever else they, the person needs. So you said that it's been advertised and it's closed?
No, it closes August 13th.
Oh,
So we left it open
closes
for a
August
month
13th. Okay.
for that fourth position. So that fourth position will help with additional coverage and also help us be more proactive and spread out that caseload that our current officers have.
So just for the public at large, what is it that you are looking for this position?
Great customer service, people that want to be out there and make the livability of the city better.
And obviously they have to know something about rules and regs, I would presume.
Yeah, we teach all that, so it's a very basic, right? We just want someone that's good with the customer service and dealing with the public, right? Anytime you're dealing with any code violations, especially dealing with people's houses, right? You got to be able to talk to people, explain that, and then we can teach them from there, right? Teach them all the code that they need to know, and parking, and everyone kind of takes a slice of the pie. So if our parking officer is not here or on break, our code goes down there and covers that. And his hours are different, and he'll be 5 days a week. The other officers, the code enforcement officers, will be working 410s. And this is just a temporary schedule till we get everyone that fourth position to figure out, give us probably 3 months of dialing it in and seeing if we need to make any changes. But everyone's excited to have those 410s and be out there on the weekends too.
I may have missed it initially. What 4 days is the new position going to work? The weekends and?
Yeah, we're playing around with the schedule. We were just able with the current 3 officers be able to do that. So with that fourth position, we'll determine the schedule for that fourth officer. They'll bid for it, and then we'll still have the 7-day-a-week coverage.
And when I proposed it, I thought our municipal court day is Tuesday, isn't it? I thought maybe have that person working on a Tuesday also, that if our other officers were in court giving testimony, we'd still have full coverage on the street.
Yeah,
But it's your show.
Yep, Ryan Kersey's doing that and working with the staff to make sure we have the best coverage and for the city.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you.
All I have tonight, thank you. Our meeting tomorrow, the Metro one-on-one, or
the Metro-
101.
The Metro Mixer, that's what they're
Metro
calling it.
Mixer.
Bring your dancing shoes.
It is at the Pioneer Community Center, so it's a Metro, Christine, Representative Lewis, Councilor Lewis from Metro, who represents our district, as well as some of the key staff from Metro. They're going out into communities around the region, and they worked with the mayor and our staff. And there is an event tomorrow at the Pioneer Community Center that they are hosting, and that is from 3:30 to 5:30 at the Pioneer Community Center. So it's just really an opportunity if you want to come talk with Councilor Lewis or any of the Metro staff, an opportunity for them to talk about some of the projects, some of the programs that they have and that they've been working on, as well as to hear from the community members.
And this was also, the invitation was sent out to planning commissioners from the different jurisdictions in the metro area, all the city council people, or I think we went as far as Hillsborough, because I got a communication from Mayor Callaway, and he's not going to be able to attend because he's going to some National League of Cities thing, but I've got RSVPs from others. So there will be other jurisdictions there, we hope. That was their Metro's idea, was to invite region-wide, particularly our metro area, for this sort of what they're calling a metro mixer.
Yeah, my understanding is your initial RSVP list included representatives from Gladstone's Council, West Lynn Council, Wilsonville Planning Commission, some city managers, multiple other organizations, City of Milwaukee, City of Hillsborough, City of Tigard, City of Tualatin, Oak Grove representatives, Clackamas County representative. So it is a pretty broad reach of elected officials who have RSVP'd so far.
And even went in, I even had some people in Portland on the list. I will say this, that I had, because they asked me to send it out, and they still had, in their own jurisdiction, they still had several of the city council commissioners from the city of Portland who are no longer in office on the list. So I was like, no, Joanne Hardesty's not with them anymore. So anyway, so if you can stop by, you don't have to stay for the whole time, but at least as city commissioners, if you can have a chance, stop by. Our presence will be noted. Any of you have anything? I know you have a C4 meeting tomorrow.
Yes.
At the county commissioners meeting Tuesday, Trent was there and they approved the letter, or some form of a letter that they want us to all look at and us to sign off on. So I guess you'll finalize that tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, it's a values statement. Yeah.
I have
Yes,
something.
sir.
So I just want to make everyone aware that as a follow-up, I know we directed Mr. Conkle to look into the dredging permit. And this is about the cove. I held a meeting on the cove, and every once in a while you hold a meeting and all the right people were there. I did send a report. The subject of the meeting was water quality in the cove and what to do about it and approaches to solving it. And the attendees, I have to give Jerry Herman credit, he set it up. Richard Craven was there, John Borden, Doug DeHart, Mr. Graham, and myself. And it's about a 2.5-page summary. I hope everybody reads it because it's a guideline on how to approach this. Understanding that nothing happens, staff is not going to do anything without the direction of three or more of us of the city commission. But there are some straightforward possible solutions posed. One of them is a simple call to the issuing agencies of the permit and say, what would it cost us to do the same permit over again? And that's just a phone call. The other, there's some solutions put forward, and one of them was aeration, which I had never thought about. And we need direction from the commission for someone within the city commission to pursue the aeration solution. Aeration is something like bubblers where they use in other treatment plants. And the idea of that was because the algae forms only on the top surface because of the warmth of the water. If we can exchange waters, that would be a good, and we listed those solutions in the order, increasing order of cost. So please read that report. If Mr. Conkle, if you haven't had a chance to distribute it, I see there's two guys in the back room who need to see it. Mr. Graham, who's an attendee, and of course, Mr. Lewis, who will be called upon to look at it. So I don't know if you've had the opportunity to read it, but if not, please forward it, and maybe we can schedule a work session. Like I say, every once in a while, you get the right people in the meeting. When you read their credentials, which are stated in this report, you know you got the right people. So please take a moment and look at that, and it will give direction from there. I think aeration is something that should be pursued immediately. And then the water exchange with Wes was in there, but read the report, and maybe a work session would be a good way to go. And that's my report. Thanks.
I just wanted to thank my fellow colleagues for making the trip out. So we had a good visit with the Board of Trustees of the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation. Chair Brigham was very pleased that we came out. We had a great tour of the Tomoslik Museum and a good guide that we went through there. We also got a tour of their building, their general administration building, which is really nice, some nice artwork and lots of symbolism, meaningful things to their tribe. So we're looking forward to further work with them. I did also pass on to Matt, who was filling in for Tony, that Dante did an excellent job at the presentation, both at lunch and then before in front of the Board of Trustees. So I think we are, well on our way, and I will be eagerly awaiting our report on the trees up there on the bluff. So that was it was a very long day, but I think the milkshakes made up for it. So thanks to Matt for filling in. He responded admirably to everything. So we did, I think we did good. Also, want to throw in some thank yous to our staff for Neighbors Night Out, particularly Oregon City Police Department, the library, Parks and Recreation. I had a chance to talk to just about every booth, all the folks that were there. We also had, which was nice, that our DA had a booth, which was great. And he said that they want to come back and do it again, so I thought that was terrific. I think the event, I thought it was well attended. I think we had the right people there, people came out. I saw a lot of people from some of the neighborhoods. It was really good. And I want to thank you all for being such good sports and participating in the bicycle rodeo, because I think it sets a good example. We're all riding around on the bikes and, showing our community that we.
Now it's a tradition.
Well, you and I started it, so. Yeah. So next year, bring your own helmet. And
And Sean, I think the food was donated by Grocery Outlet.
Yes, Grocery
Water
Outlet,
was donated
yes.
by Fred Meyer, the Optimist.
Yes, and the Optimist Club. So yeah, I have them on my list.
Anybody else?
Embold sponsored the
Embold.
band.
And I was really pleased that the school district was there. I told them that I think that they should continue to participate in city events, because I think for the community that don't have children, they need to see the school district, that they're out there interacting with the community, and I think that's really, really important. And so I had a chance to talk to Dr. Spitzer. I also want to thank the Economic Development Department for an excellent graduation program for the BizPod. I think you're already going to be out looking for the next batch of grad students. So I think six businesses again. I heard nothing but good things about it, and several follow-ups with a couple of the business owners who really appreciated the work that we did. And I just saw the email about the new program that we have. Do you want to say anything about that, Mr. Graham? The new loan program that just went out? Yes, yeah, if you want to just come up for just a quick minute, I think it's important for the community. While you're coming up, I'll also thank Parks and Recreation for the excellent volunteer appreciation. I think it worked better than having it at concerts in the park, because that just gets a little crazy out there. But I know a lot of the volunteers appreciated being there and being recognized, and thank you for that and putting that on. That was really good.
We launched a number of programs this year, and one of the new ones, of course, BizPod was one, but the Entrepreneurial Opportunity Loan Program is yet another, and this is only for startups. And it's a loan program, and it's a 5-year program. We're in partnership, and I think you know about this, but we're in partnership with Embold Credit Union. This will be the second year that partnership. Terms of the loan are $20,000 max. Interest rate is 0.5%. And you don't pay until after the first year. It's patient money. Because a lot of times when you borrow money in traditional ways, the lender wants their money back almost right away. So a lot of startups need patient money, so they could use those funds to grow the business. And so if people are able to pay off the loan within 1 year, then they can do that too. But it's inexpensive, it's the best deal in town, and they can use the money for working capital and some other new machinery and equipment and the like. So that's the Entrepreneurial Opportunity Loan Program. And the second program we launched is is a grant program for small business. And this is the CDBG, it's based on the CDBG funding. And this program is, as I said, a grant program for existing businesses, micro enterprise business with 5 employees or fewer. So that will actually be launched in a few days. So a lot is going on with economic development with regard to helping small business and also assisting larger businesses. As you know, we helped Avantis, a credit union, relocate to Oregon City. And that was a major coup, employing 210 people, paying good salaries with benefits. So that was a great coup for us. And we're looking, and it's not a day that goes by, or a month that goes by, that we don't hear from other developers or other new businesses that may want to relocate to Oregon City. So lots going on, and we appreciate your support, and we hope to continue this work as it is important to the growth and development of Oregon City.
Thank you very much for that good update. If there's no further business, then I will adjourn the meeting.